Yo, you're listening to All Elite Podcast. Boom.
And it is the worst podcast ever. We lied. Ow!
Frankie Terry, Scorpio Sky, Baltimore Daniels, SoCal Uncensored Or. I see you. I see you.
This is Isaiah Cassidy. I'm Mark Wynn, and we're Private Podcast.
This is the All Elite Podcast,
You're listening to the All Elite Podcast,
which happens to be the worst podcast I've ever been on. I see you.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the All Elite Podcast, right here on the No Holds Bar Network, your source for all wrestling podcast content and more. I'm your host of the All Elite Podcast, your self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, always joined by my co-host. She's the EVP of Giggles, that's all right. The Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies herself, Tiffany. I don't know, it came out weird there. It was like the EVP of Giggles.
I kind of get annoyed at you right now because you didn't fix the restream.
Oh, I saw I did.
Yeah. Nope.
Odd, because like 2 hours ago I fixed it.
Well, you didn't update it because now I'm seeing it.
I swear to God, I went and did the whole update all title thing. What? So it didn't save.
Nope.
Well, that's not my fault. I blame Restream
I have
because
to
I did it.
manually do it now.
Well,
this is gonna be our bit now, I guess.
I've admitted last time though that I didn't do it, but I did do it this time, so it's not my fault. Yeah. Anywho, guys, welcome to the All Elite Podcast, where myself and Tiff talk about everything in that AEW world. Keep you guys up to date with Dark, Being the Elite, Dynamite, in a fun, positive way. You guys keep everyone out there happy, especially down through times that are rough. That's why.
Okay.
I don't know. Today's a weird day. Today's been a very, very weird day. I don't know if it's because of the heat outside. It's hot, it's spicy out there.
Not here. It's kind of like weird. It's like doom and gloom here.
Doom and gloomy.
Yeah, it's doom and gloom right now.
Does the weatherman come up and go, today we're going to get a doom and gloom kind of day here in New York. In New York.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't doom and gloom is AEW this week. Interesting week of AEW. Interesting episode of Being the Elite this week. Dark was jam-packed. There were like 11 matches on Dark this week. And then we had a really sweet episode of Dynamite. We had some signings. We had new AEW signings, which we'll get into when we get into Dynamite. And we had some debuts also on Dark. So very, very interesting week. And then we had some furtheration of storylines and match announcements for Fyter Fest. Fyter Fest being that 2-night extravaganza, the 2-week, I guess you can call it, pay-per-view event happening in the beginning of July, which I'm excited for. So I can't wait to get into that. But Tiff.
Yes.
First things first, it's a very special day today. Not only is it our podcast day, because we are live every week right here on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, live at 7 p.m. every Thursday for the All Elite Podcast, but it's also another special day today.
What's that?
It is a very elite. Whoa. It is very, that too, and it is very elite birthday to our bud, Brandon Cutler.
Cutler footage!
Yes, it is his birthday today on podcast day, so happy birthday goes out to you, Brandon Cutler. We had the chance to, he was our first AEP interview that we had on the channel, so that was pretty cool. So,
we should have shared that today.
I know. Actually, you know what? We'll do it right after this podcast. We'll have to do that. But happy birthday to you, Brandon. Hope our 2 contract Cutler.
2.
And hopefully your birthday wish of a win in AEW does come true.
Oh my God! Like, can we give this poor man a win already? Like, you're killing me, bro. Like,
you know what? I think it's Peter Avalon. I think he's ripping his style. He's trying to clout chase on Brandon. You know what? I'm not a fan of Peter Avalon. Boo him.
No,
Boo.
I like Peter Avalon. I like Peter Avalon.
Anywho, so we'll start with we'll do Dark. Start with Dark this week. So yeah, 11 matches. 11. It was whoa.
The joy of Zoom.
Are we gonna do a sound bit to interrupt me all
we're
show?
gonna do this all the time until you put it correctly every week. It's gonna do it. So okay. I fixed it. All right, we're good. All right, let's.
So Dark. Again, like I said, for the 100th time, 11 matches. So here's the thing about Dark. Before we get into what happened this week, I see a lot of conflicting tweets and a lot of hate towards AEW Dark. A lot of people are complaining that it's just basically squash matches, and it's not. They're not having fun watching it. But I want to put it more into kind of like a little bit of a perspective, I think, of what they're going to do with Dark. Yeah, obviously the AEW main talent are going to get over. They're not going to. Some of these people that are being put on Dark are not going to lose to some of these other talent. These, like, I guess you can call them quote unquote enhancement talents. I do think that a lot of these, I guess you can call them enhancement talents, I don't think they're going to be going away anytime soon. Maybe the ones that are like not committed to stay, but I think a lot of them are going to be used, Tiff. I think, because AEW has said, and it was not too long ago that they said the live event thing they want to do. JR has brought up many times that they're going to be doing live events too.
Right.
And they're going to use those live events as kind of like a training base kind of event where some of the talent are going to use that to, get better, or some of the talent are going to use that to train themselves to get onto AEW Dynamite TV. So I think a lot of those talent that we see are going to be used for those live events. And then Dark is going to be kind of like what we're going to see at live events almost.
Wait, I have to give a shout out because we have someone very special in our Facebook chat right now.
Oh, okay.
So I have to give a shout out to Fat Ass Mazza. Okay.
No way.
So yes. So shout out to you. Thank you for checking us out.
Thank you, Masa. Thank you. Thank you for watching. So I think a lot of the AEW Dark talent are going to be used for the live events, and I think if Dark does become the second show, I think we're going to see a lot. We're going to see a lot of these faces, because there's a lot of these faces who have been here for a while, and I kind of like, I sit there and think about them like, okay, they're not, when everything kind of goes back to normal, I don't think they're going to be going away anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go away either. So, and it's great too that they're helping the independent, the independent scene. Yeah. So like, I mean, I'm very big. I feel like AEW is just like a glorified indie scene, pretty much, because there's all these guys that were, but I don't think they're going anywhere either.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, 11 matches. The first match, this is hilarious. So they had these guys called the Capital Vices, and these are some Freddy Krueger looking mofos. Like, I don't know what attire that was, but these guys came out dressed as like Freddy Krueger, and I'm going, okay, that's interesting. They made their Dark Day, or their AEW debut, basically. They teamed up with John Cruz, and we had a match with Jungle Express. It was good. It was entertaining. It was fun. Obviously, Express goes over. So Cutler and Avalon, we kind of just talked about them briefly. They went up against SCU. They're a hilarious tag team, Cutler and Avalon. They're in the ring, like if you're listening to them and how they're talking to each other, they're arguing the entire match. And then, like, this week in particular, I don't know if he's been doing it all week, but you can hear Avalon while he's in the corner while Brandon's wrestling. Like, Brandon will do a cool move, and Pierre like, oh yeah, I like that, yeah. And he's doing that the entire match. And I can't take the match seriously when he's doing that. Oh, it's funny. It's comedic. It's great. And they lost to SCU of Kazarian and CD. Danny Jordan had a match with Big Swole. And, I love Danny Jordan's gimmick. Yeah. Oh, my God. The burn book thing from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Such a great movie.
And then she put Big Swole in it as this was from the movie. This part in the burn book, it says Big Swole made out with a hot dog. Or sorry, a hot dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Get it right. It's the New York way.
And then Big Swole's like reading it and going, What? I made out with a hot dog. Oh, it was good. Swole, man.
Swole. Push. Give the push. I love her.
Man.
Oh my God. She's so good. It's such a shame that Chris Statlander's out now with the ACL. And oh my God. So hopefully we see more of Big Swole.
But this is what I mean about Dark and how good it is and how I don't know how people can't get on board. Like Big Swole had a double great week this week. She had her moment on Dark with Danny Jordan, which is really cool. And we got what we got on Dynamite, which we'll get into. So Dark is a good thing, people. I don't know why so many people are hating on Dark. Lance Archer faced this guy named David Ali, who's making his AEW debut. Archer coming out dragging they put him a video production guy and like threw him in the ring. It's his thing. He's just going to come out, bring someone random from the back. Well, it could be anybody, I guess. We'll have to see. There's no one day he's like dragging Tony Khan. Wouldn't that make him look like an absolute badass if he just comes out of the tunnel dragging Tony Khan and whips him around?
That would be great. And I think he would so be down for something like that.
Tony Khan in the back of his head, he's thinking about this. Tony, if you're listening, man, do it.
He's the man, Tony Khan. And like I think about like the picture that was floating around that him and Orange Cassidy, that he dressed up as Orange Cassidy, was walking around with Orange Cassidy. I was done. So I love it. I love it that he's so good.
Musa and Sean Dean, this seems to be a tag team pairing, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Those guys have been teaming up a lot through this Dark campaign. They face Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. Great, we're getting more Sonny Kiss, but him and Janela look good together. They look very good. I love the chemistry that they had this week on Dark. They're doing a lot of like innovative tag team moves that we haven't seen in a while. And the one weird part about all of this is like randomly in the middle of the match, Lance Archer came out like on the stage and like Jake Roberts just pushed him back to the back and we got nothing from that. He wasn't like pointing at anybody. He was just trying to get in and attack all these 4 people. Like, what the hell is this? I don't understand if he was trying to start a feud maybe with like Joey Janela or something, but it was just so random. It was really, it threw me right off. But back to Kiss and Janela, great team. Sonny Kiss's finisher, man. Please don't try that at home, folks.
Kyle, try it at home.
If I did the splits from the top rope, I won't be able to walk again.
I love Sonny Kiss.
He is flexible as
hell.
hell.
We need more.
Yeah.
We need more.
I think Joey Janela and Kiss, I think this is something here because we know they figured it out. They think that the tag team division, that's how you get more time. You got to get a team together. And speaking of teams, we had the debut of, so Kenzie Page teamed up with this girl named Red Velvet, who was billed as straight from your mama's kitchen. And she did this little stir the pot thing when she's coming out. I'm like, oh my God. That's like if you went on WWE 2K and hit, randomize for your created character. You're going to get.
Sure, I've seen her before because like I was glimpsing through before because I didn't get a chance to watch Dark. But I feel like I've seen her somewhere.
Straight from your mama's kitchen. That's where you've seen her.
Maybe. Hey.
She's cooking up a storm with the pasta.
No, that's my thing.
And the meatballs.
That's my thing.
So Brandy and this was weird because they faced off against Brandy and Allie, who were teaming together, which is a weird pair up. Brandy tweeted before Dark saying like, "I bet you QT put us up to this," and it was funny. Like Allie faking her leg injury was hilarious, and then Brandy basically did all the work. And
got hurt.
Yeah. And then she tagged Brandy. She tagged herself in and then stole the win from Brandy.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like with the hands, like go and then
Shoo-shoo.
The foot on her. Like, oh my God.
That was good. That was well done. I enjoyed that. Lee Johnson, our boy, Darren, these Wolves, he got his entrance, so we heard enough is enough. First thing, Sean Spears. I just want to say, Darren, I know you tweeted me. I said that Sean Spears' theme is like the number one banger in AEW. I wasn't trying to knock you or anything. He like posted a sad emoji when I said that.
What?
Your music's great, Darren. I'm not saying your music ain't great. He was trolling me because I put Sean Spears' his theme song is the best banger in AEW, and then he put a sad face.
Wow, Kyle.
No, we're not starting this.
This
is not a thing.
You're upsetting our talent on an AEP podcast.
It's not a thing. Anyways.
Upset the music guy.
Rihu. Spears looks more focused with that glove. He looks more driven. That glove seems to have, in that talk with Tully, seems to have done something to him. And that black glove, guys, it's important because it's obviously it's been the biggest part of wrestling history for like decades, right? Like with like DiBiase, Mulligan, Wyndham, all that, they all wore the glove. So now it's Sean Spears' turn to wear the glove, So we'll have to see. He looked very good in this match, though. He wins with the sharpshooter, and you see when he locked in that sharpshooter, and he didn't let go. He locked it in. He had that stare into the camera, just a straight stare. So he looks good, man. I hope this is something big for Sean Spears. But yeah, these other two here, Brady Pierce and John Skyler. Brady Pierce, man, that guy's got the look. Just saying, the guy is tall. He's got the face. That guy has got like the money look, man. He's not bad in the ring. Same with John Skyler. That guy looked pretty good too. So I think those two are two guys that AEW should be hanging on to. I'm just saying. They faced off against Dark Order, Uno and Grayson. Haven't seen them in a while. They're finally back. We got to see them their first match back. And then they won. And then this was cool at the end. Like Brody, they had the whole Dark Order there on the stage. And Brody Lee came out and like gave him like a round of applause. I'm like, oh, okay. I like that. And then Jimmy Havoc had a match with Griff Garrison. This guy literally looks like Jungle Boy and Joey Janela's love child. He looks like a mashup of both those guys. He had like the Jungle Boy hair going on, and he had like the Joey Janela face. It was hilarious. It was a decent match, a normal Jimmy Havoc type of match, and he won, obviously. Skylar Moore faced Penelope Ford. The only thing I took out of this match was Oscar, their dog. Sorry, Oscar Sabian. It's like Oscar Charles Sabian. I think Kip looked into the camera and said his full name. That was a cute dog. That's all I took from that match. And then Robert Anthony in the main event faced Scorpio Sky. This was interesting. So this is the best part of Dark because it was a very, very good match. But it shows that how, like we've been saying it too, that Scorpio Sky could be a main event singles wrestler in the future. He put on an exceptional singles match. I kind of mentioned it on commentary too. So I think it was a very, very good showing by Scorpio. And I hope that this guy goes on a singles run in the future, man.
Sorry. No. I'm having a problem with the thing.
Okay.
No, I'm totally with you with this one. That I've been saying this for a long time now. That give him a singles run, but like at the same time too, like I don't want SCU to break up.
I know, but I think SCU could be good with just Kazarian and CD.
Yeah,
it could like have like a search.
But I'm wondering, like you said, like is he still gonna be like how much longer is he gonna keep wrestling for?
Right. Yeah. CD. I can't tell. Yeah. Especially because he just had a colonoscopy, which we all know about.
I don't need to know.
We're gonna talk about Being Elite now, the Take It Home episode. This was a funny episode. I like Being Elite this week. This was a very good episode. I enjoyed it. It was funny. I thought it was entertaining. Even the beginning. The beginning of Being Elite made the rounds on Twitter. It was that P line and the way Kenny was holding his shorts in like the most provocative way possible.
Like a 5-year-old, right? Like that was sitting there like I gotta pee, doing like a pee dance and everything. Like someone's that's what like it reminded me of.
I think it was like Nick making like farting noises too. God. And then Matt gets sent to the back of the line. He has to try to figure out to get to the front of the line. He blades himself. He's got this like infatuation with
yeah. This is the thing now that he knows that he can get away with anything now that he can blade.
So he gets, but this is not even the best part. So he finally gets to go into the bathroom, and Nakazawa is sitting there taking a dump. And then he's like, Nakazawa, you gotta go, man. I'm bleeding, man. Look at my head. And he's like, he pulls out the tissue from underneath and says, me too.
I was done. I was like, stop.
I had to pause. I was laughing way too hard.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was probably the best part of being elite. I'm not gonna lie. That was hilarious. I was not expecting Nakazawa to be there and to do a bleeding from my butthole spot.
I think it was funny too, like that they were outside, like it smells outside, and then like open the door, and oh my lord, too funny. Good little bit.
Poor Cutler. The one scene, he was stuck on a plane in between like the two biggest guys in AEW.
That they were calling him the jobber. Oh, it's some jobber between the two big guys of the roster.
Luchasaurus and Brian Cage. Like, he looks so cramped. And then the one cool thing was that Matt and Nick showed basically like us what the wrestlers wear, the blue and orange wristbands.
Yeah.
Signifying that the one is for their testing and the other one's for their temperature check. So every wrestler in person at AEW, these Dynamite tapings get tested every single day that they're there, and they get the wristbands, the checks, and it makes sure that they've been checked. And so when you're walking around, you see someone with no wristband, you know to stay away from them. You know what I mean? So it's actually really smart. It's a good way to do it. I guess you can call it they were in the Elite Lounge, that like lounge area they've been doing all these Being Elites from.
Yeah.
Hangman was inviting Kenny back to the room like he has been for drinks, and then Matt Hardy's like, wonderful, I'll come too.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, do we have your drink of choice? What's your drink of choice? He says, like, it's a nice red wine. Okay. Oh. Very classy, Matt Hardy. Very classy.
Hey, the 2% milk for Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
He got
Actually,
2% this time.
I don't know if you guys seen, I surprised Mrs. Masters with a Matt Hardy cameo for her birthday. He did a very good job of it. So very well done, Matt Hardy. Thank you very much. He did like a 2.5 minute cameo for her, and he even sang her happy birthday. Like I was hilarious. It was just great. And he did it all in Damascus. Like it was fantastic. And then Kenny was like, and then Matt was trying to invite the Young Bucks with him. And Kenny was like trying to tell him, like, we're not inviting them. They're Christian. And he goes, oh, they love the one of Jesus Christ. Yes. And he's like, no, not that Christian. They're he like whispers in Christian as F. Oh, it was funny. And it had like this very, very small bit where I pissed myself laughing at as well with Best Friends and Cutler. Cutler was like trying to get him like, hey guys, it's been like weeks. Like, where's your bit? Where's your BTE bit? And then there was like a entrance smoke test that happened right when they were filming that. And then Trent's like, smoke bomb. And then they went to like scatter, but they didn't scatter, and Orange Cassidy just kind of lies down on the ground.
Typical Orange Cassidy.
Oh, that was good. That was great, man. Beanie Lee's fantastic. Then we had SCU. This was funny. So this gets me thinking that the Tiff, they're listening to us. We're talking about, like, remember we talked about on Being Elite last week when we were reviewing that we didn't need to hear Christopher Daniels' colonoscopy, his whole detailed colonoscopy. What do they do here? They make fun of Christopher Daniels describing his entire colonoscopy. They listen to us. They know. We have Being the Elite influence, Tiff. Yes, we do. Anyways, Chris Daniels goes into explains his graphic story to Tony Schiavone about his colonoscopy, and then Kazarian stands up and tells Christopher Daniels to take it home, and then we gotta pause the multiverse. And Matt Hardy has to come in and tell us what "take it home" means, the wrestling term. Basically, it means like to end a match quickly, and get into the end, go into the end phase to end a match. And then Kazarian, for some reason, is talking like Jim Cornette in like that Jim Cornette Southern accent. And then Scorpio's guy is like, why are you talking like that? No, man, I don't know. Oh my God. So he's basically making fun of Jim Cornette. And then we had the Kenny and Colt thing was pretty funny. Where Colt came into that room where Kenny was, and Kenny asked where his friend Harrington was, or whoever.
Harrison. And
he's like, oh, so you're telling me he's not here to protect you? And like Kenny's going to that weird place he goes to, and he starts to chase Colt Cabana, and they run around like the entire Daly's place. And they end up in the ring, and then Rick Knox is in there in like his normal clothes. Then Colt gets the pin on Kenny Omega. Your boy Colt pinned Kenny Omega, Tiff.
Not my boy.
Yeah, he's your boy. Come on now.
That's not my boy. That's your boy.
That's your boy Colt. Come on.
He's joining the Dark Order. I still won't like him.
And then we had the Spanglish thing with Proud and Powerful.
Wow.
Chiqueer.
I love these bits. They're so funny.
That was the word this week. Chiqueer.
I still can't do it.
I'm trying to get the R roll. Chiqueer. I can't do it. No, I can't. I'm just gonna give up. But the last part was the best, though. You gotta love this. So Private Party, Hangman, Pussy Pants Paige finally meet up. And it looks like Paige is actually getting ready to apologize and hand him the $12 back. And Nick Jackson comes around the corner and basically tells Private Party that they're canceled, they're done. And like Private Party at first thought it was like a rib. It's like, oh no, this is BT. They do the rib all the time. It's all right. Good one, Nick. And then he says, no, I'm dead ass. And like it stops being black and white. It just goes to color.
I feel personally attacked. This is why Matt's on the list of husbands and Nick isn't. Protest Nick Jackson. I feel offended. Like, I'm so mad. Cancel my boys.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Are we just I hope we get them more.
I'm insulted, man. I'm totally insulted right now. I feel personally attacked.
Oh. Why?
Because those are my boys.
Okay, sorry.
Damn it, Nick. That's it. He will never be on the list of husbands. I'm telling you right now.
I think the best part was that there was the one part, like Matt was in like his Hardy was in his like normal, his normal first gimmick. And then there was like, I think Nick said something, and then he was gonna like, no, you're not gonna pause the multiverse now, are you? And he's like, no, that's my other gimmick.
God,
I love this thing where like Matt has like he's got multiple gimmicks, and then like you've seen in the like he's facing off against what was it, Sammy Guevara, and they had like behind his head they had like all his multiple personalities behind him. I like the graphic work they're doing, but I don't know, Tiff. What do you think this means for Private Party? Do you think they're done or?
No, you better bite your tongue, okay?
I'm
careful.
I'm not saying they're done. I'm just saying that.
Careful. Tread lightly. Tread very lightly.
I'm speaking as a journalistic podcaster looking for an opinion from another journalistic podcaster of what you think is going to happen.
Oh, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back with a vengeance.
I don't think they're done. I think next week we're gonna get like a bit where like they're sad, they're down in the dumps kind of thing, and something's gonna happen to spark them to get back into being the elite.
We're gonna go back to the house, and we're gonna see EJ
and
Leroy.
No.
Yes. No. Oh no. Okay, that's what's gonna happen.
That'd be funny.
You're gonna see. I'm telling you. Like, okay, I think 2021 is gonna be the year of the Private Party.
Oh,
that's what I think. I really think that. I think the remaining of the year is going to be the year of the Private Party. Okay. And I think this year is going to be the year of best friends. That's what I think. So,
okay.
Yeah. Private Party is going to kick Nick's ass. So, yes, bring back EJ and Leroy.
You know what? Leroy needs another dark match we can actually wrestle with that Nintendo Switch.
Yes, I feel personally attacked.
They did it on purpose.
I feel personally attacked right now because you guys didn't see the potential of Leroy with the Switch. If you're not here from New York,
big game Leroy. Is that what it is?
Big game Leroy.
Name? Big game Leroy.
So,
but yeah. So
BT was good.
Yeah, BT was funny.
Better than last week. Definitely.
So before Dynamite, guys, we have to go over the AEP Twitter World Championship. And it was an interesting second round. And we have the final brackets for the round number 3. This is a very interesting matchup. So in round number 2, we'll start on the left side. The left side, Chris Jericho ended up being Jon Moxley. That was a very, very close matchup as well, but Chris Jericho moves on to round number 3. And then Cody Rhodes defeated Sammy Guevara. So now in round number 3, it's going to be Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes in the semifinal there. So for you guys that have voted for either Cody Rhodes or Chris Jericho, you have moved on. You're still safe. For those of you who haven't, I apologize. Better luck next time. As for the right side, we have MJF losing to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega moving on to the 3rd round. And then another close matchup. Darby Allin barely squeaked through and defeated Hikaru Shida. So in the semifinals on the other side, it'll be Darby against Kenny Omega. So we'll see who makes it to the finals. It's either going to be Chris Jericho or Cody Rhodes or Darby or Kenny. So guys, again, just like every week here, the polls will go up as soon as this podcast is over on All Elite Pod. So make sure you are voting. Make sure you're retweeting for this awesome tournament. Yeah. So before we go anywhere, actually, no, we'll go right into Dynamite. That's right. Talking about. I'm looking at my script and I'm like, okay, I just said that part. So yeah, Dynamite. It's a weird day, guys. Freaking, we're allowed to have a mulligan, okay?
Metal said justice for Pineapple Pete.
Justice for, yeah. Well, you know what? He didn't get voted in. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
You guys screwed up. You guys didn't vote for Pineapple Pete.
Yeah, only Metal did. Shame.
Kyle needs a Shane Bell. Bring back justice for the Shane Bell.
Anywho,
Kyle's like, I'm done.
Dynamite this week. Awesome episode. Very, very good episode of Dynamite this week. We opened up. Okay, so one thing about Dynamite this week is that I think it's TSN's fault, because clearly for you guys that watch on TNT and other sources down the States, you guys get picture-in-picture still, right?
Yeah.
I don't get it anymore. I haven't gotten it for weeks.
Ooh,
I don't know why it's like I said, we're going to go picture-in-picture, and then TSN just goes right to commercial.
Ooh, who'd you make mad?
It's not me.
I think
Saying now, I don't get picture-in-picture, so I'm upset. So TSN, shame on you.
Did they answer? No.
No.
Boo.
Okay. So Hangman and Kenny, they defended their tag team championships against the Natural Nightmares in the opening of Dynamite. It was a good match. The one thing that happened in this match, though, is like Ali came out, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to understand what happened here. So I think I got it this way. So QT was doing good,
right, throughout
the match. He looked very good, and oh
my god,
even Dustin looked very good too. Like he was keeping up with Kenny, and I was like, okay, all right. I think it's when Ali came out is when he started to kind of not really pay attention. He kind of got distracted. It's almost like Ali cost him the match in a way, but without not entirely costing him the match.
You think?
So that's just my guess, because a lot of people were confused. Like, okay, Ali came out but didn't do anything.
It kind of seemed like, oh, let me come, even though it's all a thing, like the storyline or whatever, but it tried to make it look like I'm coming out and I'm cheering for my man, right? That's what it kind of seemed like. That's how I kind of took it. Like, I need to come out because I was told I can't come out, and she came out to cheer on her man. That's how I kind of
I bet you they make point of it next week. I bet you they say he was doing good until you came out, Ali. Like Dustin or Brandy say that to her, or say it to QT. So I think there was a point there.
I put a tweet out yesterday, because if you think about it again, I will always go back to October to now, and remember when we were getting the little things of learning about QT Marshall,
yeah,
and we're like, oh, he's a wrestler, we didn't know this about him, and from then to where we are now, he looks so good in this match last night. This was such a great match, so he looks so good.
So Hangman and Kenny will move on to Fyter Fest to defend whoever won the main event, which we'll get into. But this is crazy. So Anna Jay, they did this big thing for her. Okay, Like they did like a promo package. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're kind of getting into Anna Jay here. So it was interesting. She came out, and then she faced Abaddon, who I remember we saw a while back, who faced, I believe it was Chris Statlander on an episode of Dynamite. Like
Sheeta.
Or Sheeta. It was like near the beginning of
Remember,
COVID.
Sheeta was all so scared, and she was like,
yeah.
It was Sheeta, yeah.
Dude, Abaddon is creepy. Or Abaddon. I don't know how to say it.
I say
Abaddon. No, I heard them say Abaddon last night. So it's Abaddon.
But I'm from New York, so I'm going to say it'll screw it up anyway.
Abaddon. You say Abaddon.
Yeah.
She's creepy, man. Even her entrance, it's like her entrance looks like as if you put like a pair of 3D glasses on and you're looking at a TV that's not 3D.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it is creepy. Yeah.
I like it. It's different. I don't know. Like, I think I think it's like a mix, right? With a lot of people that I was seeing. I think a lot of people like her and a lot of people don't. It's very different than what we're used to. And the fact that we keep losing a lot of women in the women division, people have to step up, right? So I'm kind of glad like they signed her. It's different.
Yeah, it's not going to be for everyone, right? Like the whole zombie thing. Like not everybody's going to be on board with it, but for the majority, it looks like people are. And, she faced Anna Jay in what was like a surprisingly quick match. Like this match was very fast. Like
it was like very
like a minute or two, and I'm like, that threw me right off until we saw what happened after. Because if that was all we were gonna get, I'm like, did something happen? Like so Abaddon won with like that Hurricane Rana, like mini Hurricane Rana, where it like slammed Anna Jay's head into the mat. But then the Dark Order come out. And Colt Cabana's at ringside, and they go over to Colt, and they hand him this like pamphlet with papers.
Isaiah, like, they ain't my business.
Yeah, he's like looking over it.
Like, it ain't my business.
You see him go and take a peek. He's like,
he's like with the glasses, ain't my business. Yeah. That's what I kept thinking of last night.
That was good. That was great. And then they actually help Anna Jay up, and they take her to the back. So it kind of looks like we got our first female in the Dark Order, which it confused me. I'm like, wouldn't Abaddon be more the Dark Order speed than Anna Jay?
It would be interesting to see.
Like Abaddon kind of fits the Dark Order.
Change? Is the character gonna change? I
imagine so.
Like I'm definitely down for a female to join the Dark Order. I just don't know if she's the fit for it, but I don't really know who I would put. Like if you could pick one female,
I think I'd pick Abaddon. She kind of like fits the Dark Order mold. Like she's creepy. She can be a creeper. She'd be a creepy creeper.
Ooh, Kilroy said maybe Colt is going to do
my boy. Ooh, Kilroy. Ooh.
Let me do those taxes though.
But the big thing here is that they put it. AEW's Twitter account tweeted out, Abaddon is all elite, so they did sign her. So she's an official member of the women's roster in AEW, which is great. So yeah, we had MJF face Billy following this. Billy Gunn. This is an entertaining match. This was great. Just everything that they're doing in the ring with their antics, it was fantastic. I thought it was a very entertaining match. It kind of ended where Wardlow tossed MJF that ring, and MJF punched out Billy. You know what? That ring, like, what's going on with that ring? Are we defending that? Is that a thing that he defends? Like, what are we doing with that ring? I thought we were under the assumption at first when that first got dealt that it was a defending ring, or is it just a piece of jewelry?
No, a lot of people have been saying that. I feel like it's just a piece of jewelry, but like, who said that it was a defending ring?
I think people just took it as like the
I
title.
Really think nobody said that in AEW that it was a defending ring.
Would people like that? We'd be like, oh, you're gonna face MJF for the Dynamite ring.
Who cares? This is like the perfect thing that the ring is supposed to be on MJF. It's the perfect thing that he uses that to his advantage, right?
I think that was Cody's idea though. Because remember when Cody was ROH champion, he made it. Didn't he make like the title belt into a ring or something? I'm pretty sure he did that. Because I'm pretty sure he had the ROH world title ring. I'm almost certain. Anyways, MJF and Wardlow got into it with Jungle Express at ringside. There was like a big giant brawl. Like the barricades separated and everyone got into it. So yeah, so that led to the one match announcement. It was next week. Actually, we're gonna get Wardlow and Luchasaurus, a match that I've been wanting to happen for a long time. We're finally gonna get it next week, and it's gonna be a lumberjack match.
Cool.
So that's cool.
I don't know. I was thinking actually no. That's why it's in my head because Ray said it last night. He thinks that Austin Gunn will avenge his dad by beating MJF. Maybe a Fighter Fest match or
maybe we get
a continuation. I mean, I'm all for tag team because I've been saying this for a while. Why are Billy Gunn and Austin Gunn have tag match? And I get it. Club. Austin's only been training for about a year.
Yeah.
So that's why. But you have them there. Use them. So if you don't want to do it in dark.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm hoping for. But I mean, I could see that, right? And then even if MJF beats Austin Gunn, he could still keep going. I'm undefeated. Where's my title shot? Where's my title shot? So, I could see us going with that.
So, this next match I thought was going to be the main event. I was shocked to have it so early in the show. Cody Rhodes defending his TNT championship. I thought that was going to be the main event because, we got to end it with the main event. Got to have pyro, right?
There you go, Kyle. You were saying every week this was going to be the main event.
I know. I was shocked. I was honestly shocked. So it's for the TNT Championship. We don't know who it was going to be. This was the first mystery opponent. Coach Anderson, though, I want to make note of this. They had a little promo beforehand, and Arn Anderson said that he thinks Cody isn't ready for Jake Hager yet. So that was an interesting. I can't believe he said that. I was like, okay, so he thinks that Cody's not ready yet, and he's like, we're gonna buckle down and we're gonna get you ready for Fyter Fest to face Jake Hager because I don't think you're ready yet. So that was very interesting, like a real coach.
Yeah.
So we end up getting the video, and it's Ricky Starks. It's a lot. I saw a lot of people saying it was going to be Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted it to be Warhorse because he's been advocating on Twitter to face Cody.
I would say we needed somebody indie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely said that. So I'm kind of happy with this.
So and then they actually signed him. So Tony and I love how Tony Khan does this. So the absolute Ricky Starks is All Elite now, which is pretty cool because he actually had a very good match with Cody. I'm excited for him. Tony, I love how Tony Khan tweets and kind of gives us details about things that you don't really see in other companies' owners do, which is, I can appreciate that because he does it for the fans. And, Tony Khan is a fan first. So he kind of he's with us, right?
Right.
So he went and described why he signed he signed Ricky Starks. And he said I watched the match. I was very impressed. And then I handed him the contract after the match when he came to the back. So that was pretty cool. We don't really know if that actually happens like that, but I just love how he went on Twitter and said something like that. I'd like to imagine that it did happen like that.
Right.
But yeah, very good match. I like Starks. I've never seen him before this. That was the first I've ever heard of him.
He's been around, man. Was it ACW? He was in.
He was in NWA.
He was in NWA. He was in WWE for a little bit, and NWA. What was it? Eddie Kingston. He wrestled.
He was their first TV champion for them when they brought back the TV title. He was their first TV champion. So
yeah,
that was pretty good. So it was a good match. I liked Starks. I liked him. Hager was watching in the back on the TV the right way. Not watching from the side.
No, Brad killed me with that tweet last night. I popped so hard. He was like, he should know better. He was part of WWE. Doesn't he know that he's supposed to be standing on the side of the tub?
Like a normal person watches TV.
I popped so hard last night for that.
That was funny. Super Bad Death Squad. Not sure if I'm down with the name. I hope that's just a name for now because these guys aren't going to be a team for that long. But Super Bad Death Squad faced against the Young Bucks. This was funny. So Rick Knox was doing a pat down in the beginning, and he finds a pair of pliers in Jimmy Havoc's pants. I'm like, what the heck? This is good. It was not a bad tag match. I thought it was pretty good. Matt with taped ribs though. Can I stop now? The Stadium Stampede was weeks and weeks ago, man. Why are your ribs still taped? They came off.
That was the funny thing.
They came off.
Rolling off, and I'm like, okay, like, come on. Like, I'm over it.
And he's not even selling the injury that much throughout the match. Just stop.
So Butcher the Blade looked like freaking painters last night.
Yeah, I tweeted that.
Or I was for some reason like I was thinking, where's Waldo? But it all white. I was dead with the freaking glasses and like I'm like
they look weird. Like why are you dressed like that?
I just wanted to throw colorful paint or glitter or something at them. Like
it was confusing me. I'm like, why do they look like that? Why do they look like they're about to go paint my house in an hour? Like they just it looks weird. Like how do you go dress like that to dressing like black leather and look like Blade looking like he's a dominatrix or something? Like it's just it doesn't fit unless you're gonna come out with white leather next time. Don't dress like that.
It was bad.
They should have dressed grungy. You know what I mean? Like with like sleeveless rock star t-shirts or something. Like just you gotta dress grungy if you're gonna like pull something like that. Not like that. That's not. Is it, I'm not mistaken. That's not butcher wear. Are we gonna get criticized by people who are into butchery or something? But anyways, they came out. Then FTR came out. There's a big brawl after. The cool part was that was FTR and Young Bucks kind of hit the same pile driver almost at the same time. That was pretty cool. So again, they're teasing these two that are gonna eventually fight. It's most likely gonna happen at All Out.
I feel like we're gonna get a 4-on-4 now. Young Bucks and FTR. I feel like that's what it was building towards, right? Like the 4-on-4, and then against the.
I think it's gonna be a 4-way tag team match.
Yeah.
And then the winner is gonna be the next -- contender. They can do that at Fyter Fest.
I could definitely get behind that.
And then the main event match was Sex Gods, or Les Sex Gods, against the Best Friends. This was the #1 contendership on the line that Best Friends put on the line. Another very good match. Matt on commentary. There's no Damascus that came out. That's kind of was like, okay, I know he's out there because of Sammy, but to me, Matt really wasn't needed on commentary. And I'm not trying to be too negative here. I'm just saying, like, if he's going to be on commentary, give me a Damascus. Give me like a, so I got a one move.
I liked it. I liked it.
Give me something. Like he's a split personality. That's his thing. Like have it come out for like 30 seconds and then he goes back.
They asked him in the beginning, so.
I don't know.
So can I say that like I almost threw the controller at my television because I was really worried last night that Best Friends were gonna lose, and I was like, because I've been saying, right, Best Friends is gonna win this, right? But I could see them like swooping in and freaking taking this, and there was that 1 second by the end of the match that I swear that I thought the Best Friends were gonna lose, and I almost flung the controller at the television. I was so mad. Yes.
I got a new TV after.
I was really mad. I was like, this better not happen. I was like, it's not going to be so bad. So,
it was close, though. It was a very close matchup. And then Sammy got tripped up. I was confused. I was like, did he trip on their apron? I guess the cameraman tripped them. And then
I knew it. I knew it right away.
Your boy Trent. I thought, you know what I thought it was? So it ended up being Orange Cassidy was dressed as the cameraman. I thought Orange Cassidy was under the ring. And he lifted his hand up between the apron and the ring, and he tripped him. And he was gonna roll out from under the ring after. I thought that's what was gonna happen. Anyways, so yeah, he takes off the cameraman gear, and it's Orange Cassidy. He gets his revenge on Jericho, and then at Fyter Fest, we're gonna get Jericho against Orange Cassidy in a 1-on-1 match.
Jericho's going down. He's going down. Orange Cassidy gets his win. I hope to God I'm gonna do it, guys. I better get the orange juice spot. Okay. So it's a good main event, though. Good main event. And then they ended off with the Best Friend hug to end the show. Other stuff that happened throughout the show. Taz and Brian Cage had a promo. They were in like that same place where Jake and Lance Archer were a few weeks back. I guess they shared the place. You know, it's nice of Jake. The best part of Dynamite, though, with Britt Baker was hilarious. So Britt was on her Rolls Royce, and she was like giving notes to Tony Schiavone in the little like rope wheel there, and like sending him notes. And then like she wanted to go, and she thought Rebby was in the
Rolls Royce, and it ended up being Big Swole, and they did the whole thing like driving away and stealing Britt Baker. That was fantastic. That was great. Another cool Big Swole moment. And then Rebby finally, eventually finds her later on in the show, and she's in like a dumpster. Like she's just crawling in it.
Then you see like the banana peel on top of her hair. I'm like, this is funny.
She's like, I've been in here for hours, and Ruby's like, well, it's actually been like 1 hour, but.
Oh my god! Oh, Kibler just said we need an OC Pineapple Pete tag team.
Oh, God,
my god!
Call it the pineapple screwdriver. Anywho, yeah. So Britt was found in the trash bin, and then Ruby was like, there's the one part where like she kind of fired her, and then she's like, oh, so that means I don't have to be here. And he's like, no, come back. You're rehired. So it's funny. I'm loving the whole thing they're doing with Britt. But
man, you guys are
it was a good episode of Dynamite. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. It's what the main thing is, right? You want to have fun. You want to enjoy. You know, some things might not be for you. Some things will be. But I thought it was another solid episode of Dynamite.
It's one of those episodes that goes by so quickly. Like I look up, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, again, where did the time go? Like it's that good. Like
it's just continuation of storylines for Fyter Fest, which is going to be a great 2 weeks. So,
oh my goodness.
Fyter Fest, we have Jon Moxley facing off against Brian Cage, AEW World Championship. We have Cody facing off against Jake Hagar for the TNT Championship. We have Kenny Omega and Hangman Page facing off against the Best Friends for the World Tag Team titles. And then we have the first singles match, non-title singles match, Chris Jericho facing off against Orange Cassidy. So it's going to be an awesome 2 weeks. It's going to be interesting to see how they split all the matches. They haven't said, so out of all those 5 matches, none of them are on a specific date. So I imagine we're going to find out probably closer to, probably next week, I'm hoping, because July 1st is...
Next week is the go-home show, right?
Oh, next week is the go-home show.
Yeah,
so imagine next week.
Are we gonna do picks for this?
Predictions? Yeah.
Yeah, we should do predictions, and then we'll do predictions with the fans.
Okay. So next week's show will be a prediction show, folks. We'll have a brand new layout. We'll have a Fyter Fest layout for you, and we'll do predictions for Fyter Fest. So I'm hoping by then, I'm assuming from now until next Dynamite, we're probably going to get a few more matches announced for Fyter Fest then.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just kind of predict. Yeah, we'll do, because we do the show after, so we'll do our predictions next week for sure.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna do our predictions of what we like you said, we should know more next week.
Yeah. So yeah. You know what? Until next week, though, guys. Till next week, there's one very important thing I want all of you to do, if you haven't. That's follow us on social media. That's following the network on social media. That's following the podcast on social media. They're all our socials on the screen. The links are located down in the description for you below. Or hit up the link tree, that No Holds Bar Network link tree. Everything is located on there for you guys. It also shows you guys how you guys can take us on the go. You can listen to us on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Pocket Cast, wherever you're listening to us. Thank you for downloading the episode. If you guys want to take us on the go, and you are taking us on the go, thank you each and every single week for taking us on the go. Please do us a favor and leave us a star rating of your choice, preferably 5 stars, a comment, a like, everything, a download. Everything does help the podcast in the grand scheme of things. So thank you very much if you've already done so. And if you haven't, please do so and help us out. Another big shout out to Darren and These Wolves. Yes, Darren, I still love you and I still love your music. Big shout out to you and the song Dead to Me, letting us use it for the song or for the All Elite podcast as our official theme song. Thank you very much, Darren. Guys, go show Darren some love and appreciation, more than me, I guess. And while you're at it, check out the new website, the No Holds Bar Network website. It is officially launched, www.noholdsbarnetwork.com. You can find everything on the website, articles, you can find the podcast, you can find everything on there. Go check it out, guys. It is now live. And then thank you to our network sponsor, Power Slam Wrestling Network. Use the code NOHOLDSFREE, guys. Enjoy 1 month free trial of an awesome wrestling network, having your source for all independent wrestling on there. So go check it out.
Yeah. So, and if you guys have suggestions for the website, hit me up.
hit her up and then slide into those DMs.
Yeah, slide in my DMs, slide in the No Holds Barred Network Twitter DMs. Hit me up. Let me know because I already had a couple of people hit me up and I'm working on that. So.
Interesting episode today, guys. I apologize if it's not more positive and fun as it usually is. It's been a meh kind of day today. You know what I mean? It's kind of meh. But why are you looking at me like that? Anywho, Rehu. So yeah, next week, Fyter Fest predictions. Can't wait. So until then, guys, this is me signing off. This is Tiff signing off. I am your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, joined by my co-host. She's EVP Giggles, Heartbreak Chick, the Queen of the Indies herself. That's Tiffany. And we'll see you guys here right back on the All Elite podcast for the Fyter Fest predictions. See you guys later. Take it easy.